Revival. I'm in the building. Let's go.
Live with the Revival.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Y'all know what this is. Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, a.k.a. Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Half Full of Nets.
Speed the genius.
Hey, you.
Hey.
Let's go.
You already know. You already know. And of course, my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka El Jefe is in the building. And boy, we got a fun-filled night for you guys. But first, shout out to you. Yes, you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And if you're on X, hit that follow button and that notification bell for both. Why the hell not? We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're everywhere you want to be. We're freaking Visa. All right? We're everywhere.
Let's
all right?
go.
But first, let's go around the room, man. How was y'all week before we get the special guest in the building? Y'all know what it is, man. But Hef, where the hell are you at? Speed, you're rich, so you're somewhere.
Listen, no.
Right, but let's get to Hef first. Let's get to Hef first. Hef, where you at, brother?
He's definitely rich. I'm like homeless in a car doing the show tonight. No, I'm on vacation and had to step out of the hotel, so I'm doing it from the car. Get it done.
Yeah, who gets a rich crowd right now? I think he gets it, right? Because he's technically like further away. I'm
in a car. I'm in a car.
Yeah, and his drop top Mercedes Benz. That's where he's at right now.
I'm in a rental car. It's a Nissan Rogue. I'm definitely not the rich guy.
Oh, they didn't get they didn't give him the Benz this time. It's all right. They didn't have it. It's all right.
Well,
I know you got it. You know. But Speed, where you at, brother? Where the hell you at?
I am in Pennsylvania, about to celebrate the Easter weekend with the fam.
Hold on. Where in Pennsylvania?
I don't know where. I'm in the woods. I'm literally in the woods.
In his mountain house.
He's avoiding it. The mountain house.
In the mountains, but I'm not. It's a house in the mountains. But it's not a mountain house. So
right.
Right. Tony Starks lives there, I'm sure.
Hold on. What is that poster behind you, Speed? Would you mind moving your head for a second?
Mountains.
Mountains. Fucking mountain house.
Listen, guys, because we can make fun of Speed all day. As you see, he's lost for words. But guys, we have a special guest in the building. Okay. Now get a little music in here. Too bad. Hefe does all this. Hefe does all this. He's not here to have the controls here. We don't have the music ready to go. Let's learn how to do this stuff here. But here we
have royalty. We have royalty with us.
We have royalty in the building here, guys. If you don't know, now you know. This is the royalty, and this is why I say it, because why? It's the Giants that she is on. It's the post-game show she is on. And she works at CBS Sports HQ with our past guest, Mr. Emery Hunt. Guys, they call her the Queen of New York. Giants community, we call her the Queen Bee. There ain't no Beyonce over here. We call her the Queen Bee right here because she is the queen. So shout out to our guest, our sister, your sister. You already know what this is. Madelyn Burke. Round of applause.
Thank you. First of all, can't be going with those Beyonce comparisons right here. There is no way I'm anywhere near Beyonce in that tier. All due respect to the real Queen Bee, but thank you for the wonderful introduction. I am thrilled to be joined. To be joining you guys. I mean, first of all, we got a man in a mountain house in the mountains. Same thing right here. Homeless on vacation. That's not real.
Doesn't add up, right? Doesn't add up.
Listen, hey, I'm just saying. These guys rich here, Madelyn.
We're all living. I'm just enjoying my rent over here. That's what I'm doing on a Wednesday night.
I think Madelyn is better than Beyonce because Madelyn comes on our show.
Facts. Yes.
Saying.
We see her.
You're the queen bee. I'm just saying. We see her
What
in
is-
training camp. We're like, oh, she's the queen bee, hands down. She comes over to us. She has a conversation. Beyonce would never. That's why you're queen bee here.
It's because Beyonce doesn't know y'all yet, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. I like that. I like that. See?
Beyonce hasn't done shit for us. Let's be honest.
I don't mind Beyonce. Beyonce money, come over here, please. We need it. I'll take it, Beyonce
We'll
money.
see if we can get Beyonce to join us in Green Bay for our little draft.
Let's go.
ticket.
Yes.
Oh, speaking
Yes.
of
Maybe
that,
she's doing
man.
Down with some Beyonce and some cheese curds. Like,
right. Goes together perfectly.
Yeah.
Beyonce, if you're watching,
no,
I know you
Who
are.
says no?
Exactly. Let's get Beyonce here. Guys, at Beyonce right now, telling you what Revival's looking for. They'll block us tomorrow, I'm sure, after that. But here's the thing. Let's talk about it. The draft is coming up, and then we're going to rip the Band-Aid off because we have a whole list of questions. But why not? We're going all over the place today because it's Madelyn Burke, guys, all right? Well, we do got the draft coming up. Is Madelyn Burke going to be there? Are you telling the people right now that you're going to be live at the draft? And if so, what are we doing there? What's going on?
Yeah, we'll be out in fabulous Green Bay, Wisconsin. I hear it's great this time of year. It's going to be great
Nice.
at Lambeau Field, one of the most iconic places in the NFL. I don't know why I'm talking about this like it's an infomercial, but it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, the Giants have the 3 pick, so realistically, odds are the person that they're drafting is going to be there. Although I don't know, there's some potential names that aren't going to be in Green Bay for this one, so it'll be interesting to see. But we'll essentially be interviewing whomever they pick at 3, and then sticking around to see if they, want to trade back into the first round and make it interesting and getting all the sights and sounds and content captured from draft week in
Can't
Green Bay.
wait.
I don't know. Seem like Madelyn Burke spilling some tea here. You have some info. No, let's not go there. Just saying, just read between the lines. Guys, we don't know. We're just kidding with your hair. But guys, you have any questions here for the Queen Bee before we go on to this list? We got a lot going on here.
Real quick, we shared that we had great news last week, but we didn't officially say exactly what it was. Are we ready? Are we ready to tell people?
Let's spill the tea.
Hold on, guys. Let me just say this. If you want FA to spill the tea, we're gonna need at least 5 super chats to say spill the tea.
You hear that, chat? You hear that?
Chat, get in there and we'll spill the tea and share.
We got 4 already.
The big announcement of what's going on. First, before we get to the
wait, I put it in the, I don't know. I was like trying to put it in the public chat and I put it in the private chat. I was like, spill the tea over here.
We just need
Madelyn said, show me the money, baby.
I'm over here like trying to start stuff. Like,
let's go. You're pumping us up.
Quick.
Holy shit, a super chat.
Get to the super chats in the building, man. The Revivalist is talking, really. This is for Queen Bee right here.
Richard John, let's go.
Revivalist of the month.
We are, listen, we're self-sufficient. We are growing it from the ground. We told everybody, listen, we want to go to the draft, and we would love everybody's help to make it a great trip. And our chat and our fans, man, they come out. And Rich is one of those guys. We appreciate you, Rich. You're helping us pay for that rent-a-car, baby. You're helping us pay for that rent-a-car. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. We appreciate the hell out of you. And then we got the Weekly Precious. The Weekly Precious. Revival fam. Make some noise for me.
Let's go.
She keeps the lights on around here. We appreciate you, Precious. You're the best.
Let's go.
Hey, wait. We got a question.
We got it. Let's go. The curveball. Let's go, Chris.
Curveball Chris. He says, question for Madelyn. Who is the funniest player on the Giants right now? Do you have insight on that?
Okay, that's a good question. And there's a lot of funny guys. Obviously, Dexter Lawrence is an easy one. Darius Slayton is hilarious, and he's a dry sense of humor guy. If you do not follow Darius Slayton on social media, I'm like, you got to, because this man is so funny. And I don't think he gets enough credit because he's more of one of the quiet, funny guys. He'll say something, it'll take you a minute. You'll be like, wait a minute, what? But we got a lot of personalities in this locker room right now.
Facts.
I'm also excited. I'm excited to have Jameis in this locker room. He's funny in a different way. Somebody jump off sides.
That was amazing.
I can't wait. That's gonna be great television.
You guys have like a free quote every time he touches the mic. Like you guys are just gonna be like swimming in it. You're gonna be like, I don't know which one to take. Like,
No, I know. I'm beeline into Jameis every media availability. I'm like, tell me everything you're thinking today.
So Madelyn, let me ask you a question here before we get to it. I apologize. We get right to the super chats, guys. We see it coming in from Madelyn. We thank you so much for the support. But Giants signed Jameis Winston, also signed, Russell Wilson. How is the building? Is the building buzzing? Do you feel like it's a shift? It's different from last or the past that was there, having these two guys in the building?
It is cool, but it's a challenge to gauge that right now because this time of year, not a lot of people are there. The players aren't really around. So you don't have a sense of what the feeling is and the vibes, the locker room and all that. I will say though, early on when the whole conversation of the Giants need a quarterback, before they signed Tommy DeVito, when they were like, we don't have anyone on the roster, I threw out Jameis because for my own selfish reasons, I wanted to cover the guy. And also he's great. He's a very experienced, great quarterback, great veteran leader. So when the Giants signed Jameis Winston, it was about a week before the Russell Wilson signing came. And I talked to Andrew Thomas because we were all out at a flag football event the day after it happened. And I was talking to AT and I was like, how stoked are you? Have you met Jameis yet? And Andrew Thomas, of course, has been in the facility rehabbing. He's got that, working back from that Liz Frank injury from last year. And he's like, man, that's the kind of joy this locker room needs. Because I said to Andrew Thomas, I was like, what a joyful man to bring into this organization. He's like, yeah, it's a kind of joy. So I know that, and then you bring in Russell Wilson, a guy that, a lot of these guys on the roster grew up watching and have seen win a Super Bowl at MetLife Stadium. Because you forget, we think, oh, these are NFL players. Some of them are like 22 years old, like they are young guys still. And so having a veteran like that, and then they also signed Sierra in the quarterback room. So that's cool because she comes with the package. So it's just a whole lot going on over here. But I think once the next week, guys will be in the building for the off-season program. So we'll have a little bit more of a sense of how the vibes are. But Russell Wilson went down to Georgia Tech and he had Darius Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Theo Johnson down there working out with him. So he's already like, hey, nice to meet you. Let's meet up and do some, off-season stuff. So you love to see it.
Yeah, imagine adding Fedor and his whole aura to that room of Jameis and Russ. It's just,
and Tommy DeVito.
And Tommy, we forget about our boy.
Tommy Cutlets there.
That's a whole lot of personality in that room.
It's going to be a movie. It's going to be a movie.
Some respect on his name. Speed, you want to get to the rest of the supers?
Yeah, let's get them. We're coming rolling in. Rich again, hitting the back. He loves Madelyn. We appreciate you, Rich.
Who doesn't love Madelyn?
Come on.
Come on.
Oh, Rich, you're the best. All right, Mark. Need to see you guys in Green Bay 1 week from today.
We're gonna spill it to you.
We're gonna get it all out on tape. Everything's gonna be recorded. Probably too much information, but you know what? There's no such thing. There's no such thing. You guys can be following us the whole way, and we're glad to be with everybody. Hey, maybe we'll hang with Madelyn and get her on one time too. I don't know.
We got to get our cheese curds with Beyonce on a live
stream. Hell yeah. Let's do this.
Step 1, cheese curds. Step 2, find Beyonce. Step 3, live stream it. The details.
Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. With beers in between, but that's neither here nor there. Bartlett, thank you. Speed back.
Bartlett. Hey, Bartlett. Just to let you know, Mr. Bartlett, you are Revivalist of the Month. Yes, we will have you on the show. We're going to work out the deets probably after the draft, brother, but we'll get you on the show for sure. So just look out for that email, man. So we do appreciate you, Bartlett. What you got? I'm sorry, Speed.
I see it. No. He's kicking shots. He's taking shots. Subtle shots. I'm fine with it. Bartlett, we need the money still. This is family money. This is not my money. Okay?
That's just future.
This house belongs in the trust, people.
Yes, this is trust money. This is facts. Hey, one last guy, C's. He's just one of our former Revivalists. Can't wait to see the combinations of Howard Johnson's Green Bay. Honestly, it's going to be. We're slumming it. We're there for a night. It doesn't matter. We're not sleeping. We're not sleeping next Thursday night. We're going to be so high on whatever happens. Shador, Carter, trade back in. We're going to have to stay the whole round because we don't know what's going to happen at the end.
Now,
but
guys,
it's going to be a movie.
let me say this, guys. Yes, it feels like we're important headed to Green Bay, but yes, we are slumming it. And don't forget, we go right back to our regular gigs the next day. So we appreciate you guys. Keep them coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah. But guys, really quickly, man, let's do the announcement. I don't think we ever said it. Madelyn's here. It's a great fun night. We got a list of questions for Miss Burke. I can't even say Miss Burke. Queen B. You crazy? Got a lot of questions here for Queen B. Before we get to them, let's get all the stuff out the way. Hef, man, hit them with it. Hit them with the great news, man.
We are so blessed and happy and lucky to share with you guys that for the draft in Green Bay, we're going to be right alongside Madelyn Burke and many others because we got our press credentials and we're going to go behind the scenes. We're going to be interviewing the newest Giant. We're going to be back there having the time of our lives. And it's because of all of you that helped keep us going along the way. So that's why we're taking you with us. And that is as of last week, we just found that out. So we're like beyond stoked and excited to be there. And it's huge for us. And we can't thank you enough for helping support us along the way. So thank you guys. $2 bill of lights. Let's go.
Let's go.
So, guys, you heard it here. Yes, man. They gave New York Revival press credentials. I don't know how, but we got it.
We gotta drug test the guy who's running that shit because
like Revival, sure, give it to
them. Don't block your blessings over here. They got you. They're like, all right, this right here. This is the good stuff.
Exactly. So, man, shout out to you guys. Obviously, this is all to you guys, the Revivalists, man. Thank you so much, man, for getting us to the level that we at today. And we're humbled by it. We're humbled that people know who we are. We're humbled by when we ask for things. People come on, such as the guests that you see today. So thank you guys so much, man. And we're going to get everything for you guys. We were going to talk to Miss Madelyn Burke, the Queen Bee. We're going to get her on camera, ask a couple questions, and hopefully she shows us the ropes. She's used to this stuff by now, all right? But, guys, we're going to document everything for you. It's going to be great, man. But, guys, whatever questions you have for the Queen Bee here, man, come on. Let's get in here.
Okay, so let's rip the Band-Aid off. Who does Madelyn Burke, GM, Miss Burke, think that the Giants are taking at number 3? What do we got?
All right, well, that's an interesting question because who do I think that they're taking or who am I taking?
Who would you? All right, let's split it up, right? Because, all right, who is first?
I was going to say, you called her a GM and then you said, who do you
GM
think?
Burke.
Exactly.
GM Burke. Who's GM Burke
I just want to make sure I appropriately answer the question.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so actually, one question.
She's a professional, Spiro.
Who is GM Burke taking with the 3rd pick?
All right, so you'd like to think that Cam Ward's going off the board at 1. 2, there's a lot of questions there. Is it going to be Abdul Carter? Is it going to be Travis Hunter? Is it going to be Shador? Are they going to trade? I don't know. I think if you're at 3 and you have your pick, I mean, I would really I'd be thrilled with either Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter for very different reasons. And so my draft board is going to have those 2 players, one of those 2 players available to me at 3. And here's why. Abdul Carter is going to make the most immediate impact for the Giants, right? And you look at John Mara's comments at the end of last season. I think people are hyper-focused on the fact that he said that they need a quarterback, which is true, and they do. But he also said, I am sick of watching teams run down the field and score on us. We need to address the defense. Our defense needs to get better. How did the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl this year? They got after the quarterback, that pass rush, and the Giants did great work in elevating the secondary in this offseason and free agency. That pass rush, you add Abdul Carter on the edge, you got Kayvon Thibodeau, you got Brian Burns. It adds a little bit of a spark. Obviously, Azeez Ojulari no longer on the roster too. There's room there for rotation in that pass rush. And if you've got dudes coming at you like this, that takes a little bit of pressure off of the offensive side of the ball. Another option, I love Travis Hunter. Not just as a football player, but as a dude. I mean, he is just a light. I've interviewed him at the Combine. I saw him when he was in the building for his visit. And one of the things that stands out to me is not just the fact that he plays both sides of the ball. And people talk about this, man, he's got to get tired out there every play on offense and defense. Not as much as his body, but his mind is what fascinates me, because you're in meetings all day, say with the wide receivers, the offense, trying to understand the plays. And then you got to play defense too. How do you prepare? How did he prepare? He went to the coaches after in their office hours. So he spent his whole day of obligations doing everything he had to do, and then used his free time to learn the other side of the ball. And that man who's going to use every minute of free time to spend in meetings and learning plays and making sure he's aligned with the rest of the squad, that man loves ball for that to be something. And so I think the fact that you have the amount of mental commitment to the game that Travis Hunter does, you know, people worry, oh, well, if he's playing both sides of the ball, he's going to get hurt. You could get hurt in a sub package. You know, you could get hurt in a training camp drill. You could get hurt on a four-wheeler on vacation.
You could get hurt doing the tush push. I mean,
Exactly. And so we can't really play this game of, well, this player is more likely to get hurt, because you really never know. You know, some guys play every game, every down, and they're fine. I really love Travis Hunter, the way he plays. I think he's an incredible player. And what Joe Shane said in his media availability today, too, is, you know, the Giants are in a unique position. They got 3 good receivers that they like. They have some good secondary players that they like. So they're not dependent on a Travis Hunter to come in and be the guy, but he could be a guy on each side. So I think either one would make an immediate impact for this team. And, you know, like we talked about, signing Russ and signing Jameis, there's so much less pressure to reach for a quarterback at 3, right? I think if you even if you just signed Jameis or just signed Russ, just signed one of the two, you're in a position where you're like, oh, we should use that number 3 pick. But, you know, Joe Shane made that point today too. It's like, if you're reaching for a player because you need it and their value doesn't necessarily line up, it's like saying, like, shoot, I need a pair of pants to wear today. This one costs $100, but it's probably worth $15, but I'm going to spend my $100 on it because I need it. And then next week you got to buy another pair of pants, you know? So it's like, you should invest wisely in something that's going to last and be a long-term fix. And if it's not the right choice, if the board doesn't line up the way that you think it should, you're not pressed to get a quarterback at 3, which isn't saying they wouldn't trade back into the first round, get a guy like kind of what the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson, make sure you get that 5th-year option, trade back into the tail end if there's a guy that they're working out. And, you know, they've got a lot of quarterback workouts on the they're doing their homework.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
it's a long story long. That's my GM press
so
conference.
You're Hunter Abdul, whoever basically the Browns don't take at that point. It sounds like. Okay. Yeah.
And I go back and forth because, you know, sometimes I'm like fully Travis Hunter, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know, Abdul Carter, that man would make such an impact. And that's the goal, right? You're picking at 3. You want a player that's going to come in and you're going to notice him on the field.
True.
Yeah.
True.
That's what we're looking for. But it's funny that you said that, you know, at 3, the Giants, you know, isn't really pressed to pick a quarterback at that particular one. And Joe Shane kind of said that on his presser today. It's like, hey, we don't really have to go for that guy. But Giants fans really want a quarterback. So let's say round 2 comes along. They didn't pick their quarterback in round 1. Who would be your quarterback in that second round, if you have any in mind, to kind of pick up there to see if the Giants might actually pick up a quarterback there? Who will be your guy?
It's interesting because the way that the draft is shaking out, I mean, we looked at it last year, right? There was a handful of quarterbacks you thought would go early, and then guys like Bo Nix, guys like Michael Penix that you were surprised went as early as they did. I think we're going to have a lot of those again. And depending on where Shedeur goes, you know, maybe Shedeur goes 6 to the Raiders. Maybe he goes 2 to the Browns. I don't know. Maybe he goes 3 to the Giants. I don't know. But wherever he goes, that's kind of, and then after kind of that Raiders pick is going to be interesting because there are a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, right? I mean, Steelers are still sitting in limbo. Aaron Rodgers out here like, I'll let you know when I feel like it. And a lot of teams out here, you know, the Saints need a quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if guys like Jackson Dart, like Jalen Milroe, like Tyler Shuck, who's suddenly climbing up draft boards, sneak into like the late first round, early second round. But if one of those like Dart, Shuck, Milroe guys is available at 34, or maybe they package 34 and that 99 compensatory they got for McKinney and kind of sneak back into the tail end of the first round and do something like that with one of these guys, if they find a quarterback that they really believe in. Because Brian Dable, I mean, you guys saw in Hard Knocks the way in these meetings, he puts players through like, okay, what was that play I told you 15 minutes ago? Like, he's really focused on the mental side of the game and how a player, especially a quarterback, sees it. He'll like send him a test, be like, all right, send me this test back before they even meet to see like, all right, let me grade your papers and, get an assessment of the mentals of it. So if they find a quarterback that they love, they're gonna do what they can to get him.
Ooh, I like all this. Listen, Matt, you guys, if you don't know, now you know Madelyn does her homework, and this is why I love her. She's great.
Knows ball. She knows
ball, people. Don't sleep on her. She knows
because
ball.
I watched Giants Revival. I tune in, listen, and I'm like, I'm taking notes.
Let's do this.
Man.
Let's go. Now, listen, Speed. Let's get to this. A little bit of the supers. We got some people in here. Let's see if we can catch up here. Of course, man.
Yeah. Well, we got one super. We got our.
Of course. That's why I had to give it to you.
One of our guys, Tuto's the best.
Oh.
So Tuto is an Italian rugby player who tunes in every week, and this guy, all he wants to do is rip heads off. He's classic rugby player. Respects and honors to NYR crew fam, Giants legend Madelyn Burke, and all diehard fans in America. Greetings from me and my friend from Princeton. He's a frequenter of Princeton, and here he is. He's gonna be back home in 4 weeks. I hope we got a good pick to give you, Tuto, when you come back to Jersey, because this guy always is representing. Tuto, we love you, man. Thank you for the shout, man. Appreciate you. But E, go. What you want to run with now?
So listen, I'll tell you this, man. Madelyn Burke, you are the voice. Giants post-game show here. And the Giants has been down. It's a lot of losing season, man. So I think the Giants would like or the fans would like to hear, man, like, is there hope? What message you have for the Giants fans coming into this season? Or do you have a message? Share it with the people now, man. What you got? Talk us off a ledge, Madelyn, please.
It's tough out
The
here.
horse is ready for battle. Like that. Listen.
We're down bad.
I got nothing, but I'll recite Jameis Winston quotes all day to make you ready to run through a wall. I think this is one of those things that this is the best time of year because there is nothing but hope and there's nothing but possibility. And next week we'll see guys getting together, running around in shorts in the field and being, playing a little bit of football and think, oh, this could be a little fun. And, we're, like 3 months away from training camp, really, which is wild when you think about how quick that's going to sneak up on us. And so it's practically fall. So we could just pour ourselves our pumpkin spice lattes now and just get ready for week 1.
You just asked going into the summer. I get it.
Because it's just, it's going to happen so quick.
You're right.
But I think it'll be a fun season and it'll be a different season. And, again, like the quarterback position, you saw what Daboll said after that Colts game. This is what happens when quarterback play is good. I do think what we saw with Russ in Pittsburgh last year, he's got potential, especially in a Brian Daboll offense. The second half of last season, Steelers were like, hey, listen, we need to stop throwing as much. We need to prioritize the run a little bit more, this and that. And that didn't really work out for them. Daboll's like, chuck it, throw it downfield, send it. And I want to see him send it because Russell Wilson's moonball, plus what I'm really looking forward to, and this is something that I am just whispering to the football gods of, dear cuddly baby Lombardi, please let us see Jalen Hyatt get some deep balls and get some tuds because this man is too good of a football player not to be more prominently featured in the offense. So I think it's going to be good changing up the quarterback play, getting a little bit more downfield passing going, opening up that offense, and whomever they draft in this draft. You look at how well that draft class worked out last year. The arrow's only pointing up. I think that they got the system down. So I'm looking forward to it.
I like it. I'm on board with that. I think people are disrespecting Russ a little bit in saying like they have to go quarterback. We do have 2 NFL quarterbacks in the room now. So while it's crazy that we haven't drafted one with Joe Shane, at the same time, you do have a bridge right now. is kind of what we wanted, right? Build a roster. Don't go crazy at quarterback. I'm glad they didn't overpay for the older guys that are out there like Stafford and Rodgers. Like for once, I feel like fans should be on board with how he handled the quarterback room.
Yeah.
And now you have freedom at the number 3 pick. And this is not a situation, and it's crazy that they haven't drafted one, but this is not the time to reach for someone you don't believe in just for the sake of it. Like, keep building a great football team. So many fans have gone back and forth on this a ton of times, and I can't believe we're only a week and a day away from this now. Thank God.
You were so right though, because it's like before, like they would have had to reach, and there would have been pressure to trade up to 1, which they would have had to give way too much to do because they know that there's that pressure. And now, like you said, there's just like not the throat's off the neck. It's like, okay, we can sit here and let the draft come to us, and whatever happens will be all right. And they've got the bridge quarterbacks, and yes, Russ is on a 1-year deal. So what if he, gets them to the playoffs and they're great? And then they don't have a shot at like an Arch Manning next year, and then they're in a position where they got to re-sign Russ. That's a great problem to have. That's a great
cross that bridge behind you when we get there, right?
Exactly. No problem. Absolutely, I agree. And some people would say, man, well, the fact that we got Russell Wilson, this is your only chance to strike to get a quarterback because you could win some games, or maybe you could go to the playoffs. What do you say to people like that? Was like, get your quarterback now because you might not have number 3 next year. You might have 32. You might win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, so what do you say to fans like that there at this point?
I mean, look at the quarterbacks that were not drafted at 3 and some of them that were drafted high. And I mean, Sam Darnold was the number 3 overall pick. And look at how long it took really for his career to fully come together. And even now that, he had a great year in Minnesota, but he still didn't finish strong. So there's no certainty with the quarterback position. You could take a quarterback at 3 and be really excited about the possibility of that quarterback. And then maybe he doesn't pan out and 5 years later he's on his, 4th roster. Or you could have some success and you could be drafting late and then find a gem in the 2nd round. Andy Dalton, a 2nd round pick. Look at the career he had, like some things like that. And so we get so especially this time of year, we get so focused on, we want to have one of the top picks. We want to have one of the best players available. When realistically, if you're doing your job right, you're doing your homework and you're preparing your draft board, you can find some really impactful players in the middle, late round. I mean, you've got Hall of Famers that are 5th round draft picks. And, Tom Brady, we all know he was a 6th round draft pick, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. Like, you find the right guy and you've got the team around you put together, or you make a trade in free agency. There's always ways to address that problem. And it's a good problem to have, I
agree. We have another question here from Miss Madelyn Burke here, Queen B, man. Tuto,
come back. He said, Miss Maddie, please make some phone calls because make the magic happen. He wants to suit him up. Put him in Giants gear. He's gonna be the most savage O-line destroyer in action. I'll guarantee no QB or ball carrier will walk off the pitch on their own power. This guy, hey, listen.
I respect it.
Tuto
gotta have that confidence.
Savage. He's savage.
Say it from your chest, Tuto.
Yeah, we need more. Exactly. We need more of these rugby players to get out there on the field. We see it in Philadelphia. What's his name? Their left tackle. We need more rugby players in the NFL. I don't know why the transition doesn't happen.
They got listen, but hold on, let me say, I apologize. Let me say this, but man, a lot of people want to know because you're so funny as hell. They say, Madelyn is hilarious. The chat's going crazy. Will Madelyn Burke ever have a podcast outside of sports? Would you let the people behind the scenes say of your personality a little bit more, Madelyn?
That's interesting. I mean, I would love to, but I also feel like there's so many podcasts in the world that, like, I don't want to. I don't even know another podcast. I don't even know how to enter that space. It's like, hey,
it's a grind.
It's a grind. Plus, like, I don't have the fanfare of New York Revival behind me. I gotta build it brick by brick from step 1 of hi, welcome to my podcast.
You already have 7 jobs. You're at CBS head. I mean, you've kind of skipped the podcast phase, I think.
Well, I do have a podcast, but it's called Her Playbook. And it's definitely it's about it's interviewing women in sports and business. So, but it's not like the kind that you were referencing where it's more of like personality, like la-di-da. It's more of just like, all right, tell me your story. But it's really cool. We've got some good guests. We just recently last week put out the episode Natalie Nakase, who is the very first head coach in Valkyrie's history, the WNBA expansion team. And I have known her since we both worked for the Los Angeles Clippers. I was doing the digital stuff there. She was in the film room on her Eric Spoelstra, and now she's worked her way up to a head coach. And I'm interviewing her and so proud of her and so happy to see all that. So yeah, her playbook.
Where and when can we find it? Where and when? Tell everybody.
Well, it is through the New York Giants podcast network.
Okay.
And so it comes out every other week. And if you ever, see, it's on the same stream as the Giants Huddle and all that. It's filtered in there. It's one of these things is not like the other podcasts, in between the incredibly talented John Schmelk's Huddle and Big Blue Kickoff Live. There's, a little bit of her playbook in there. But you're right. I
love it.
I should dabble. Maybe I'll start like putting real stuff on TikTok. Because a friend of mine said this to me the other day. She's like, you should just start like documenting random things in your life. Like the other day, I will tell you this story.
Yes.
So I have this thing that happens to me that don't feel bad, but every once in a while, like I'll faint, right? It's just
my sister did the same shit.
party trick. See, yeah, it happens sometimes. It's like, I'm a tall person. It takes a lot to get the blood flow. Anyway, so I was at an event for the unveiling of the World Cup poster with one of my best friends. And then there's also like a lot of other people around that I knew and all this. And we're talking and I look at my friend Brittany and I was like, oh no, it's happening. And so.
Oh no.
But you know that. You know when it's happening.
Yeah, because if you've ever fainted, it's like the curtains are coming down and all this. And I was like, oh no, don't let it happen. So I'm sitting on this ledge trying not to pass out. She pulls a cold apple out of her purse because of course she did. And starts cooling me down. Like you gotta like ice the back of your neck, right?
Yeah.
So she puts this cold apple. I'm sitting. It's a media event in Chelsea in Manhattan, and I'm sitting on a ledge at a bookshelf with a cold apple on my neck, trying not to. And so then I go outside with after I kind of gather myself, I'm like, I still need some fresh air. So we go outside. I'm sitting on the sidewalk in Manhattan, dressed like I'm going to a fancy. I even put a picture of myself on the step and repeat, not the sidewalk version, but just the real version. And I'm sitting there with an apple on my neck. And I made a video of hey, we're at this wonderful event, but I am here trying not to pass out an apple. Maybe this is the stuff people want to see, I guess.
That is it.
Madelyn, do it. I think that'll be a hit, to be honest. Just let people behind the scenes of your jobs, because you have multiple, actually. And that as well.
It looks all like, oh, this is so glamorous, this and that, when in reality, we're all just one cold apple away from passing out,
Listen, me and Jeff subscribe to the fact, let everything go on camera. Like the good, the bad, whatever. People love it. People, because it's everyday shit.
You lost that.
And that's why.
Okay, first of all, you say Jeff says let everything go on camera as he.
And then he goes off camera.
Just go off the camera, right? This son of a gun. This guy, man. Where the hell did he go?
Listen,
the audacity.
Unbelievable, that guy. Unbelievable. Hey,
Wow.
listen. I want to.
Well,
I have to.
all right, Jeff, I get it.
I have to include this because one of our good friends wants to say hi, Charlie from Maine.
Oh, Charlie from Maine.
He says, "What's up, Charlie from Maine?" He says, "Beware of the Three Amigos," but he wants to shout you out. He says he loves you and wants to say hi. So I have to shout my man Charlie out. I want to say hi.
Charlie from Maine, also a big fan of her playbook. So
he is. He's been shouting you out.
Shout out, Charlie.
That's why I had to go to that little segue. You caught on. You got it, Madelyn. You got it. You got it. Great job.
He calls into BBK regularly.
He's a regular. He is a regular.
Oh yeah. Listen, we got one question. Yeah.
I got one more super chat here. Madelyn, who do you think, as a current Giant, is set for this breakout year that we need?
I got one
in mind.
Ooh, yeah, I need to hear.
Oh no, Jeff just decided to join us and he's back.
Yeah, right.
I
don't know how long I was frozen for, but I heard you guys perfectly fine. So I'm just sitting here enjoying the show.
Yeah, you look like you were genuinely interested. You were caught like this.
Yeah, you was caught really well. Yeah, you were good. You was looking
Sometimes
good,
I do just get stuck with a facial expression, but I think Tyrone Tracy is one of my favorite Giants, and I think he's got a special quality about him that in a slightly better situation, which I expect with more solid quarterback play, I think he can take off. I think he can be a 1,000-yard rusher and 500 receiving. Like, I think he can do a lot of things for this football team, and he's one of my favorite players. Tyrone Tracy.
I love that because the second you asked that question, that was the first name that popped in my mind. And I thought to myself, can I say Tyrone Tracy is a breakout player because of the incredible season he had last year, right? But I think that's the perfect answer. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think he can break further out.
Yeah.
Break
outer.
Break outer even more.
Listen, what they're going to do is they're going to add another running back in this draft because it's a very good running back.
Cam Scataboo, let's go!
Scataboo! The best name ever.
I'm a Sun Devil, so I got to root for him.
That's too perfect. But they're going to actually build a running game. And I know we miss Saquon. I know we all miss it. It killed us to see what we did. But we could have two good running backs and potentially a nice offensive line blocking for them. And hey, we got a running game. We don't have a running back. We have a running game. That should be the goal, right?
That's what you want.
Let's hope.
I agree. Man, look who's in the building, Momo, man. But hold on, guys. Let me just say this, man, because we got to answer the question, Speed. But shout out to Momo. We got to answer the question, Speed, man. Who's having a breakout year? I'm going to go with, can I say this? Can I say this? Kayvon Thibodeau. I think Kayvon, and I've been on his neck, Madelyn. Please close your ears. Close your ears for this part. Close your ears.
Earmuffs.
I've been on his neck on this podcast, and it's only for good reason, of course, because I think he can always do better. Because I think he's a great player and a great guy. There's not really nothing malicious here. You already know Kayvon. But I just think this will be the year where he's going to say, screw it. I'm tired of all the talking. I need to really stamp myself in this league, in this locker room. Kayvon Thibodeau, I think, is going to have that breakout season, guys.
I got one more for you, too.
Theo
Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Theo Johnson. I mean, first of all, you talk about getting the run game going and blocking. That man can block. But also, we saw him really coming into his own towards the end of last year, and then he got hurt. One of the guys that Russell Wilson would not stop talking about in his introductory press conference was Theo Johnson. Nice. Really, really good tight end. And I think that in a fully healthy year and a sophomore season in the NFL, I'm excited to watch him come back together.
He's got upside. He's a big dude, man. Like standing amongst NFL players, he looks like a monster.
Yeah.
So Madelyn knows ball. She's watching the game with us.
No, you guys see my eyes darting over here.
No, yeah. Before the show comes on, your boy Bet.
I just thought you were gonna pass out again.
Yeah, your boy Bet Bulls.
Who's got an apple?
I know.
Somebody, apple, please.
Your boy bet the Bulls, and Madelyn comes on. And she's like, "Yeah, Bulls are up big. They're crushing Miami." And then she said, I'm jumping. I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm winning money." And she said, "Oh wait, sorry. The Heat are crushing the Bulls," and it just devastated. Before I even came on, I was floored, and I'm lost. Thank you, Madelyn. She does know ball, though.
I just wanted to thank you for an emotional roller coaster, because when you're locked in on something. I was watching this game, and then I joined the show, and all of a sudden I was like locked in there, and you're like, "How's the game?" And I was like looking at the score, and I was watching a Bulls play. And so I was trying to say the Bulls are getting blown out, but then I said the Bulls are blowing them out. And then I registered what I said, and you were excited. I was like, "Oh, wait." And you're like, "Oh, yeah, I got the Bulls." And I was like, "Oh, no, the Bulls are getting blown out."
They're getting killed, bro.
And then you heard yourself say the Bulls are blowing, and then that threw you off, I think, in your own. It was really off track from the beginning.
There was a lot going on there, and I was like, all right. I was like, it's a almost 30-point game at this point. I can't believe we're still watching it.
I know, but here we are.
Madelyn, CBS Sports HQ, a lot of people call. How it is working there? How does he get the call? And just let the people know, man. This is, about CBS Sports HQ, your new venture there.
It's great. I started there last summer. I just, I fill in periodically. But HQ is so much fun because we get to do everything from NBA to NFL to hockey to baseball to WNBA to, unlimited and just amounts of sport. And, you've got, and it keeps you locked in. I really like that because I feel like, it's hard to keep up with everything always, but it really kind of helps you stay up with, the narrative of the entire sports zeitgeist. But it's also so fun. Like everybody I work with is so great. There's so many talented anchors on HQ. You got Joe Musso, Hakeem Dermish, Chris Williamson, Kiana Martin. And then the producers, the staff there, everybody is like really, the vibes are just so good. And, the people, I mean, it's long hours, late nights, working in sports, it can be brutal, but when you're doing it with good people and people that really know what they're doing and love it, I don't know, it's fun. It's one of my favorite gigs that I've gotten to do.
That's awesome.
Outside of Giants, obviously.
Yeah.
Listen, Madelyn got about 10 different jobs, guys. All right, she
they
worked
book you
hard.
busy.
She works hard.
Let's go.
All right, guys. So of course she does all her grinding, and she knows all her ball and etc. Guys, so please check Madelyn Burke out. Madelyn, just want to thank you so much for your time. Please let the people know where they can find you. And guys, let's make this clear. Madelyn is the queen bee. There's no way in hell Revival is killing her. A lot of people know who Madelyn Burke is. We're trying to get to that level, all right? Guys, I did extensive research on Miss Madelyn Burke. She's one of my people I look up to here as far as in this business. She knows her stuff. So please, I'm telling you right now, we were trying to live up to your reputation. But Madelyn, longest story longer. I apologize. Had to let you know, give you your flowers. Let the people know where they can find you, of course.
Thank you. Well, you can find me popping in on New York Revival whenever I get the chance, because these are my guys. You can find me chilling with them, eating cheese curds in Green Bay next week.
Let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Air horn.
And then, Instagram, Twitter, all of it, just my name, Madelyn Burke, with a little at in front of it. Y'all know.
Yeah, I was making the banner. I was like, yeah, you can follow Madelyn Burke at Madelyn Burke.
Right? This is what happens when you're of the elder generation and you get your whole name, because
yeah, right.
I mean, I was like one of the first users of Twitter, and I'm like, oh yes, all right, here's my name. That's what it's gonna be. Cool. How do I? Hey, world.
Madelyn, let me ask you this before you go. Who was your dream interview? Like, who's the one guy in sports,
like
politics,
outside of us, obviously.
Right, of course, right, outside of us, of course. But who's the guys you want to interview? Your dream person, rapper, anyone?
That's such a hard question, because I think sometimes we think of people as, this person is such a great unattainable human and I want to interview them. But really, everybody you interview has such a fascinating story, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Whether it's, a name everyone has heard or somebody that you're just kind of getting to know. And so I don't know that there's one person off the top of my head that I can think of that I'm like, oh, I really need to know what's going on in this person's world. But I don't know. Maybe, you know what?
Who's a childhood hero then? Who's a childhood hero of Pittsburgh that you would?
I always looked up to the late Craig Sager, and so but I got to meet him and talk with him, and I look up to Doris Burke, who's become a friend, and I've interviewed her on a panel, and I also think too that this question actually has made me reflect on how really blessed I am.
You've done it.
Yeah. Yes. You've met a lot of people.
I'm in no way at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I've accomplished my goal. But it's really cool to take those moments. I mean, just watching your guys' opening intro, you look back and you're like, wow, look at all the cool people we've had on the show. This question makes me think of look at I've gotten to interview Serena Williams, and I've gotten to interview Usain Bolt, and I've got to interview some really cool people. And I'm just like, yo, I'm still one of those people that I'm like,
you're living your best life. You are.
We're just trying to stay booked and busy out here
and stay grateful, and good things keep happening. That's the truth.
It's you can never not be just in awe of wow. People always ask me how do you have such a joyful personality covering a losing team? I was like, you tell me 10 years ago I get to cover an NFL franchise, but they're gonna be bad. I'm like, sign me up. I don't care. This is amazing. Okay, they win some games. Okay, it's a little stressful sometimes. It would be better if, they were having fun. But this is so cool that we get to do this. Literally, you guys, we're sitting here on a Wednesday night talking ball, and this is life. This is fun.
And listen, we get to live out our dreams a little bit. Like, guys, we are going to Green Bay. Yes, we are. Thanks to you. And we're going to see our sister there, Madelyn Burke. Just saying, man. So it's going to be a great time, guys. But it's funny. It's funny. Madelyn said a quick story. I'm sorry, Speed. And then you please
get it. Go.
But it's funny. You go, man, who's the dream interview? And I look at it and starting in this business, the first person, no lie, and Hef can attest to this. I was like, I got to interview Madelyn Burke. A lot of people don't. I heard it. I was like, I got to interview Madelyn Burke. So when I reached out to you and you actually did the first interview on a past show we did, it was like a dream come true. So thank you. Thank you. I tell you, I follow your work. And you was like, man, Eli did his research. Like, I really did follow your work. I really look up to you in this business. So again, giving you flowers again. That was the first person. I was like, Madelyn Burke. And then it became the Nate Burleson, the Tiki Barber, the Joy Taylors, all these people. And I was just like, man, I'm good. like I got Madelyn Burke like I wanted first, and everybody else is great. It's icing on the cake. So thank you so much for doing this again and again for us. So it's a dream come true each time. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Always happy. This is so fun for me. I love doing this.
Awesome.
I can't wait to hang out in Green Bay. We're gonna have a great time.
What's the first drink what's the first drink that we're getting out? Are you a wine girl? Are you a beer girl? What's your drink of choice?
Well, if we're in Wisconsin, or if I should say we're in Wisconsin, we
Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
I wonder if the NFL will put us in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin with T-Pain.
Oh God willing, let's do it, please. Sweet baby Jesus, please.
Somewhere in Wisconsin. He crushed at Coachella, by the way.
Yeah, I am so jealous.
20 years to get there. I'm like, what the hell?
Big T-Pain guy. Yeah,
we got to get him to do Super Bowl halftime now. Jay-Z, call him up.
Yes,
T-Pain. Shout out T-Pain, man, friend of the show. It's my guy. But yeah, that'll be great, man. Let's gotta get him on this pod one day, man. This guy know his sports too. We gotta get him on this pod. Shout out T-Pain, man.
Let's let go.
We took Madelyn's time way too long. Madelyn, thank you so much. Wait behind the scenes real quick. Just got one question for you. Behind the scenes stuff that we're gonna. It's a draft talk. It's a quick question. So guys, we're gonna let Madelyn go in the backstage. Madelyn, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one, man. We'll close out the show.
Thank you, Madelyn.
Thank you guys.
You're the absolute best. Thank you.
Hopefully, Madelyn hangs out backstage because I want to ask her a quick question pertaining to media and stuff like that, guys. Because we're big shots now.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, Eli. In case for those who just joined, why don't you tell them the good news that we talked about last week,
guys? Some good news at the top of the show, man. We was telling you guys, yes. If you don't know, now you know. New York Revival has media passes to the NFL draft. We will be backstage. We will be interviewing some players, and we're going to get really, really some good access for you guys and some good content. And hopefully you guys to, definitely support that. But, of course, this is all for you. This is thanks to you guys. Without you guys, this is not possible. So thank you. Thank you so much. Huge announcement. Rewind it. Tell somebody to tell a friend. Wow. New York Revival, we're making it some places. Who would have thought? So thank you guys for this.
Mama, we made it.
Mama, we made it. Mama, we made it.
Monty was cracking me up in the chat. A lot of wise guys in the chat about why I'm in the car, why my face is red. Anyway, let's wrap up. Let's go.
Let's wrap this up,
one more, Pete. Thank you. There's a bar or beer safe from this crew in Green Bay. Who is Scott the bars? You know what? He's right. We have.
Yes, Speed. You're right. Yeah. You're right, Speed.
Yeah.
Tell him. Preach. Preach, Speed. Preach. No, it was me.
This happened 20 times during the show, so I didn't know if it was me or what. So I just pretended to go. I just nod along. Yeah.
No, we didn't scout it, but guys, I think we're comfortable to go in pretty much good locations. Don't worry about that stuff. We'll be okay. But yes, we will do our research because we got to be home safe.
Now you're both frozen on me.
No way. Get out of here. But anywho, guys, let's wrap this up. On behalf of my brothers, man, you guys know who they are, and that's Mr. Glass Handful of Nets.
The genius.
And of course, my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka El Jefe.
In the building, guys. Let's wrap this show up, man. Of course, it's your boy Eli Rax, aka Vibes. See you guys on the next one. Everyone's frozen around me, unless it's me. Peace and blessings. We see you guys on the next one. Yes, sir. Where the hell's the outro here? Yeah, good question. Good freaking question here. How do I get the outro going? This is a cluster. This is a cluster here. This is what happens when you don't have the right people doing this thing right here. How do I get this out of here? All right, guys. We out of here. Peace and blessings.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Woodlog Roll!
Let's go.